Hi, Prep 1, how are you? I miss you all. Please don't be worried about the exam. They will be very simple, including direct questions or on our main point in our curriculum. So don't be worried. Will be very easy. In our subject science, the questions we have 6 questions in the exam, multiple choice. I know you love this type of questions, so don't be worried, and it will very easy. I know you are very excellent students, and we will make a quick revision on our curriculum to make refresh for our knowledge, and get ready for the exam. Now, we know the first unit in science, as we know the matter and its characteristics. We know what the meaning of matter. Matter is everything has mass and volume, and uh, um, and can change, has mass and volume, or we can say matter is everything that has mass and take or occupies space. We can sort it the matter by physical or chemical property. Sorted means differentiate between matters according to their physical properties or according to their chemical properties. Now we start with physical property. We have the first property, which is the color. Okay, what the meaning of the color? We can differentiate the matter each other by color as gold and iron. We know that gold is black and the color of gold is yellow, or by their taste as sugar and table salt, or by their smell as vinegar and perfume. So, but we have matter around us. They don't have color or taste or smell. How can we differentiate between them? We have another physical property, which means density. What the meaning of density is? Physical property means mass of unit volume of matter, or is the mass of 1 cubic centimeter of matter. The measuring unit of density gram per cubic centimeter, and uh, we can calculate the density from our magic triangle. The mass is density equal mass over volume. Yes, I know you are very excellent and remember what I say. The physics of what? How can we um, applied or you use the knowledge of density? We know that the substance which have high density than water is sink in water, and the substance which has have low density flow than water, it floats on the water surface. So we fill the balloon of vegetables by hydrogen or helium gas to rise up in the air because their density is less than the density of air, so they rise up. We know that the density is a fixed value for one matter or one substance. Okay, to change from one substance to another. Now, let us start to another point, which is melting point. Melting point is the temperatures at which matter start change from solid to into liquid state. We know that ice, wax have low melting point, and iron, aluminium, copper have high melting point. Life application of the melting point is making alloy, um, as copper gold alloy is um, making jewelry, and copper copper, nickel, chrome alloy making heating coils, and stainless steel alloy making cooking pans. Now we talk about the boiling point is the temperature at which matter start to change from liquid state into gaseous state. Excellent. Hardness is a physical property. We can differentiate the matter um, by using it as rubber is soft at room temperatures. Metals need to be heated to be soft. Coal sulfur um, uh, can't be soft by heating. Life applications. Now, sorry for this break. Now, how we use iron rods in building concrete, not copper, because the um, because iron is some harder than copper. Thermal conductivity, as we note that copper, metal, we have matter, good conductor of heat, which means they allow heat to pass through them, or bad conductors of heat, which means they don't allow heat to flow through them. Now we have electric conductivity. Another physical property, which is electric conductivity. Some matter is very or allow electric current to pass through them, which means good conductors of electricity as metal. We know that. And remember, acidic, we have acidic solutions, alkaline solutions, and some salt solutions. They are very good conductors, and we have bad conductors of electricity as gases, sugar solutions, hydrogen chloride in benzene solutions. We know that electric cables or wires are made of copper or aluminium and covered with plastic, because copper aluminium are good conductor of electricity, while plastic is bad conductor of electricity. The questions, remember, the questions will be multiple choice only. Okay, don't worry. Now we finish the physical property of the matter. Now we start the chemical property. We will study the or remember the chemical property, or the different how can differentiate between metals from their chemical property. We have very active metals, which are metals react with oxygen very fast and lose their luster, as sodium and potassium. So we kept them under kerosene to prevent their reactions. Okay, less active metals react with oxygen after some days, take long time to forming rust, as iron, copper, aluminium. So light bulbs are painted to protect it from rust. Excellent. Inactive metals don't react with oxygen as silver, gold, nickel, or chrome, or and platinum. Okay, so we make our jewels from silver or gold. So we finish lesson 1. Let us start in lesson 2, unit 1, the matter constructions. Number 1, we know that matter is consists of molecules. The building unit of matter is molecules. Each molecules consist of atoms. What the meaning of molecules? Remember together, molecules, smallest part of matter, can exist freely and carry the properties of matter. We can compare from the three states of matter, solid, liquid, and gas, from their molecules properties. We have three properties of molecules: motions and intermolecular force and intermolecular space. Remember together, motion of molecules in case of solid state is limited or vibrational. The motion of molecules in case of liquid state is intermediate or medium. In case of gas state, unlimited. In the intermolecular space, which means the space between molecules each other. In case of solid state, they are tiny, very small. The intermolecular space in case of liquid states is medium. The intermolecular space between molecules in case of gases states very large. Yes. Intermolecular force in solid states very strong. The intermolecular force in liquid states weak. The gaseous states not exist. Yes. So from primary 4, we know that volume of solid is definite, fixed. Solid have fixed volume. Why? Because the intermolecular space is very tiny and intermolecular force is very strong. The volume of liquid state is definite, and the gaseous state, their volume is indefinite. Shape of solid is definite, yes, and the shape of liquid is indefinite, and the gases state their shape indefinite. So the liquids and gases take the shape of their containers. Example of solids as iron cover, liquid as water or oils, gases as oxygen and water vapor. We know that molecules consist of another particles which is called atoms. The molecules may be monoatomic, or molecules consist of one atoms, or molecules consist of two atoms. Remember, together, monoatomic, or the molecules which consist of one atoms, as solids, or solids are consist of one atomic, their molecules consist of one atoms, as copper, iron, and aluminium. Liquids, only liquid, um, its molecules consist of one atoms, which is mercury. Gases as noble gas, their molecules consist of one atoms, as helium, neon, argon. Diatomic, or their molecules consist of two atoms. We have one liquid element consists of two atoms, which is bromine. And active gases as hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, their molecules consist of two atoms. Yes, I know you, very excellent. Now let us study the difference between element and compound. Remember what the meaning of element. Element is the simplest form of matter, can't be analyzed. Their atoms is similar as iron or oxygen. And what the meaning of compound? Compound product of is a product of combination of two or more different elements. Their atoms are different because they are different elements, as ammonia, table salt, water, carbon dioxide. So remember, hydrogen chloride molecules consist of two atoms of two elements, hydrogen, one hydrogen atoms, and one chlorine atoms. Water molecules is compound. It consists of three atoms of two elements, two hydrogen atoms, and one oxygen atoms. Ammonia molecules, it's compound, consists of four atoms, two elements, one nitrogen atom and three hydrogen atoms. Oxygen molecule is an element because its atoms are similar. It consists of two hydrogen atoms. Excellent. Now, what the meaning of atoms? Atoms is the smallest unit of matter can share in the chemical reaction. يبقى what the difference between atoms and molecules? Molecules carry the properties of the matter. Atoms share in the chemical reactions. The atoms is the fundamental building unit of matter. Now we start lesson 3, matter atomic constructions. At first, we must remember the symbols of element. We have some element, their symbols take from Latin as potassium is K, sodium Na. Remember, when the symbols of element is consist of two letters, the first one is capital and the second is small. Copper Cu, iron Fe, silver Ag, mercury Hg, gold Au, lead Bb. I know some of you repeat after me about these symbols. You remember this? Okay, I know it. Hydrogen H, oxygen O, nitrogen N, fluorine F, iodine I, sulfur S, phosphorus B, carbon C. Lithium Li, calcium Ca, argon Ar, magnesium Mg, aluminium Al, bromine Br, silicon Si, helium He. Finally, neon Ne, zinc Zn, chlorine Cl. The structure of atoms. Atoms consist of nucleus and electrons. We have three particles inside the atoms, which is protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons and neutrons inside the nucleus, electrons around nucleus or rotation or revolve around nucleus. Their charge, protons is a particles carry positive charge, neutrons is a particles carry neutral charge, electrons is a particles carry negative charge. Mass, mass of protons and neutrons comparing with the mass of electrons are very large. So we say the mass of electrons is negligible. We negligible the mass of electrons because it's very, 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 very small. Okay, I know it's very simple and you remember that. How can we write the symbols of elements? As we see, X letter refer to the symbols and A letter refer to the mass number. Z refer to the atomic number. Remember together what the meaning of atomic number. Atomic number, it's the number of protons in the nucleus of the atoms or a number of electrons revolve around nucleus of the atoms in the atoms. Mass number is the sum number of protons and neutrons in nucleus. So the mass number always more than atomic number. Excellent. Number of neutrons equal mass number minus atomic number. It's very easy, yes. The electrons revolve around nucleus in shells or orbits called energy level. Energy level, they are imaginary places around the nucleus in which the electrons move or rotates. The first energy level is K, has least energy, while Q has highest energy. Okay, we have 7 energy level which are K, L, M, N, O, B, Q. Excellent. The excited atoms, what the meaning of excited atoms? It's the atoms that gain a quantum of energy. Quantum is the amount of energy gained or lost by the electrons. Okay, the number of electrons calculated from the relation rules 2 in power 2. Energy level K saturated by 2 electrons cannot carry more than 2 electrons. Remember that. L saturated by 8 electrons, M saturated by 18 electrons, N saturated by 32. But when we make energy configuration or electron configuration, no more than 8. L8, M, um, but in choice our exam will be choose. So remember, M carry 18 electrons and carry 32 electrons, saturated by 32 electrons. The atoms is electrically neutral because the number of positive protons equal the number of negative electrons. I know the exam will be MCQ or multiple choice only. There is no give reason, I know, but remember we make a quick revision. Okay, the relations 2 in power 2 not applied to the levels higher than 4 because the atoms become unstable. Yes, electrons distributed to fill K before L level the energy, because the energy of level K is less than that of level L. Yes. Give reason M level can't occupy more than 18 electrons because due to the rules 2 n power 2 equal 18. Finally, we can differentiate between the elements or classify the elements into active elements and inactive elements by their electron configuration. We look to the outer energy level. The outer level has less than 8 electrons. That means this element is active element and share in chemical reactions because to form stable molecules, okay, as sodium, carbon, calcium, magnesium, hydrogen. All of these elements are active elements because their outer energy level has less than 8 electrons, except the hydrogen, 1. Okay, the hydrogen carry in its outer energy level 1 electrons. Okay, okay. Inactive element, we look to the outer level has 8 electrons, except the helium has 2 electrons. That means they don't share in the chemical reaction because the outer level completely filled with electrons as helium, neon, argon. Okay, um, we finished unit 1. It will be very easy. Don't worry about the exam. And goodbye. See you soon in another video in unit 2. Bye. And don't forget, if you have any questions, write it in the WhatsApp and send it to me to answer and solve your any issue you have it. Okay, goodbye. Mm, See you soon. Bye.